The view of big business and the CEO to the elections yesterday, if it is Prabowo, if it was a decisive first-round victory, if it is continuity, this should be all good.
I think so. Number one, thanks God, the 7th election in the last 35 years, and peaceful and stable, despite what you said. 204 million voters go to the 800,000 ballots, 82% turnout. At least is good for peace and stability in terms of the trust from the public. And number two, I think the lingering election issue is behind us. You could imagine if it is going to the runoff until June, right? So now we can actually go back to work. We can actually focus on trade and investment. And I think that's something that's very good. You know, even outside you see the humming and bustling already in Jakarta because people want to continue to contribute to this $1.3 trillion economy and also, you know, the largest economy in ASEAN.
Yeah.
Myself, even today, already heading to Kuala Lumpur for the APEC Business Advisory Council meeting because at the end of the day, the region is exciting with the 800 million people. So that is factor. But we want to focus on buses and trucks. And we're making facility in Central Java, in Magelang, up to 3,000 buses and trucks per year. But we don't want to stop there because this is as much as electrification story, as much as decarbonization story. So we also want to participate in the downstreaming process of battery materials.
Is Bakrie involved in nickel at all yet?
Bakrie has been involved in a lot of critical minerals such as copper and gold. Now we want to focus on nickel as well. But nickel is just the tip of the iceberg if you think about it, right? Because the value addition is very much in line with our industrialization story that we have had all this time. We could make bridges, ports, and also roads. We could certainly focus on downstreaming of critical minerals. And imagine, Martin, we're planning to process the critical minerals below the ground with renewable energy above the ground. That is a huge potential in Indonesia. But I think the world needs Indonesia resources as well. And Indonesia also wants to balance the trade. And Indonesia wants to also export the battery materials to the West. And US is certainly a huge market. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that the nickel's supply from Indonesia is very much needed to stabilize the sustainable supply chain. And we think Indonesia will be able to find a way to, get there to the West. And I think Indonesia also needs to be the balancing power between the East and the West in the supply chain of the critical minerals.